Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so today we're going to be working on this, it's a Toro Snow Commander and it's powered by a 7 horsepower Briggs & Stratton 2-stroke. Okay, so just a quick story. Last fall I was given 3 of the same identical machines and I was able to build 2 out of the 3 of them. And I sold one last winter, but I never bothered to put this one out for sale. And at the end of the winter, what I did was I stored this and another snowblower we're going to be working on. I stored them in the storage here, and I don't know if I broke it, but the handles broke off here. I don't know, maybe I grabbed it when I was trying to shove it into the corner in the back of the storage there. I don't know. It worked fine before, but I'm pretty sure I broke it. So this is the snowblower that I was taking all the parts off of. I don't remember exactly what we did to this. There's videos on both of the Toro blowers, and they're I think about a year ago if you want to look them up on the channel. But I did all sorts of work to each one of them. So what I'm going to do today is, luckily I figured let me save this spare blower that we're using the parts off of until I sell that one, this one here. And it's a good thing I did, because if I got in one of my moods where I just want to junk everything, it would have been a problem. So far I stripped off the handle, and what we're going to do is, this is the handle we're going to be using here. And I took the cover off. You got to take that cover off to gain access to the bolts. What I did was I put everything in order here. Okay. You got these brackets too that have to go on there a certain way so you can get this cover back on. So I'm going to set the camera up, and then we're just going to go ahead and do the repair on the one we're fixing. And after that, what I want to do is, at the end of the winter, what I do with these is, with any machine, is I ran it till it ran out of gas, and then I choked it to make sure I got all the gas out of the carburetor. So after we get done doing the repair with the handle here, I'm going to see if we can get this thing to start. If it starts up and runs good, out front for sale it goes. So give me a moment and I'm going to get everything ready. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is, on this side over here, there's like a Z bend. You just want to pop that out here on this side. And then if you walk over to the other side here, this is like a spring here. So you just want to pop this out if you can. So you just pop this out of the hole here. Now there's 2 holes here. I don't know which one I just took it out of either, but you can figure that out after you're done. Okay, so let me bring the camera around the other side here. Try to get you where I'm not in your way. Okay, so what you're gonna have here is 4 bolts altogether, which are 5/16, and that's to hold this cover on here. Now these brackets here are held on by where the handle gets held on by, so you might not want to tighten these up all the way. Well, I'll show you as we go. That's a better idea. I don't know if I can get these loose with just this, or I don't have to. Oh yeah, we can. I still want to make sure that you're in view. Yeah, pretty sure you're pretty good there. Okay, so we're going to take these 4 bolts out using the 5/16 socket, like I said. Take these 4 off, and we'll pop this plastic cover off here. I'm using the 5/16, but you might be able to use an 8mm. I'm not really. I think that's what equivals a 5/16. But the 5/16 here is fitting on there pretty good. Okay, so this cover will just come right down here, like so, and then you can just wiggle it out of here. Okay, so now you're going to take your this is a 1/2 inch socket I'm using here. And we're going to take the whole mechanism off here. This is all what holds the broken lever, PTO lever here. So this is like one of those carriage bolts that goes through the handle here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this off right here, right? Alright, we're going to use the whole other bracket. Let me show you something there. I'm going to show you something right here for a second. Okay, so you'll most likely just be getting a brand new lever. Okay, so if you could see here, this is the broken lever here, and you have what is to be, it looks like a 7/16 socket you would need. So you would have to undo the broken piece of the handle off this bracket, because the new part of the handle is going to bolt to this. Okay, but we're not going to bother with any of this. I'm just going to use the other handle that is already mounted to the bracket. So we're going to use the other bracket, but that's what you're going to have to do. And what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to Google it and see where you could get this handle, and I'll probably leave a link to where you could buy a new handle. After we're done, I'll show you that when you press down on this handle, it actually lifts the machine up, so it gives it the momentum to move. And it always seems like there's a lot of stress on the handle, so maybe the handle started breaking and I just finished it off. I'm not really sure, but they could have made this handle a little better than what they made here, from what I could say. Okay, so there's a spacer here too, but we don't have to bother taking any of this off. But make sure you don't lose the spacer that's here. You're going to need that for when you put the other handle back on. So what we're going to do is the same thing on this side with our 1/2 inch wrench, and we're just going to take this off here. I should have I sprayed the other one up with WD, but I didn't on this side, but it seems to be coming apart all right. Okay, so you're gonna take this bracket off. Just put your bracket down on the table, like flat down like this. This way you know how it goes. And this one I would put on the table closer to me on the right side, and put the other one on the left side so you don't go crazy trying to figure out how the bracket goes back on. Okay, so we're going to pull this side off here, and that bushing's coming off with it. But I held the bushing so it would stay on. I don't know if I might have to pull this back or something to get the new one on. Okay, and then you're going to want to make sure you put your handle on the way it goes. It's self-explanatory. Okay, so remember about the bushing. I think I'm going to get a nut, just start a nut on here right now. But we have to put that bracket on too, don't forget. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm putting a bracket on right here. But if I can't, I could be wrong. And if I am, well, you can see where the bolt holes here. You can see where the face of the bolt. You can see a little round part there where the bolt seats to the bracket here. So I'm pretty sure I got it on right. And then we're just going to start the nut on here if we can. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side here. So I'm going to have to back this out a little bit. Let me make sure you can see what's going on there. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just backing this carriage bolt out some so you get this handle started on here. And then but I did forget to put the oh no, I didn't forget. I have to get the nut and the other bracket that supports the plastic piece. So we'll get that on there now. So you can see where the head of the bolt, you can see the mark on here. So we're going to put it on this way. Right over the stud here. And then I'm going to snug it up with the ratchet. I might have to loosen it up to make sure these brackets are straight so the cover's on there right. You can more or less get an idea where this bracket's supposed to end up here. You can kind of eye it, maybe. I gotta make sure the serrated part of the stud here, of the carriage bolt, goes into the handle. It's like a hex on it, and make sure you push it in so it's in there straight. And that holds the carriage bolt from spinning when you're putting the nut on. You have to remember to have that bushing in the right spot here, otherwise you're not going to be able to move this. We have it pretty well in the right spot here. So I might have to jiggle this around there to line up the plastic piece that goes on there. So, alright, and then we'll just do the same thing on this side here. We'll snug it up. Make sure your carriage bolt's in there, in the notch here, and we'll tighten it up somewhat, and we'll make sure the handle still operates properly. Yeah, good thing I had that spare blower, because otherwise I would have had to buy a brand new handle for it. But I want to get this thing out there for sale and get rid of it. Last year I sold the one but never put anything else out. I don't know whether I got busy or lazy, or I don't know what happened there, but so make sure your handle still moves, which it does. I don't know what I do with my rag. I gotta wipe my hands real quick. Both of these covers are in pretty good shape, so it really doesn't matter which one you use here. Yeah, we're just going to slip this on over here somehow. In here. Don't tighten it up all the way yet. Just get all your bolts started first, so you don't go crazy here. Alright, there's no sense watching this. I'm going to tighten up all the handles, and I will hook up the spring and the Z-bend thing there. And then I'll get it down on the ground. I'll put some gas in it. And we'll see if we can fire this thing up today. Okay, so remember how I told you to leave these nuts a little bit loose on either side so you can move the bracket around. Okay, so now I tightened up all 4 of the bolts that hold this plastic on. So now you can take your 1/2 inch. I'm just telling you this so you don't forget. Now you can tighten these up all the way now. Which that's good. Right there. Make sure your handle still moves freely. Now you go around to the other side, tighten that up. Tighten the other one up rather. Okay, cool. Now you're going to hook up that Z-band. You're going to do it from the inside here. I don't know how that stays in there like that, but seems pretty flimsy. I think it'll stay in. Stayed in before. And now the other piece with the spring on it that I don't remember which hole I took it out of. I'm just gonna go with the inner hole here to see how that makes out. I think that should be operating fine. Let me put the machine down and we'll see how it operates. Okay, so if you just go back with this one bit, that kicks the PTO on, okay? If you bring this up all the way, see how it lifts the back of the machine up? That gives you the grip for it to move along. Something's binding here. I don't know if I should have... See, there's a problem right in here right now. It looks like it's hitting the handle here. And I don't know, I might have to bend this a little. I gotta be careful I don't break nothing here. Yeah, this is like, yeah, let me see if I can get you in here a little better. Sorry about moving this around like this, but it's a lot easier than turning this off and turning it on again. With the way my eyesight is. Here, can you see that? Let's see. Yeah, I think you'll be able to. Okay, so right here, this piece here is hitting the handle here. And we kind of don't want that. It got better though as I was... I mean, we have it all back together all right, but who's to say something's not bent here? You know what I mean? But I want to be really careful that if I could just take, like the vice grips, and just bend this over ever so slightly. But like I said, we don't want to break anything here though. Let me see what I can do. Well, I'll do it on camera. I just have to move it ever so slightly here. I'm not crazy about doing this, but what are you gonna do? I'm going to leave it just at that, as long as it comes back off again. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to take any chances. If we start bending stuff, I don't want to break anything, because this is only tack welded on. So, alright, so let me get in position here, and then I'll put some gas in it. We'll see if the thing starts. Okay, so we'll throw a little two-stroke in there and see if we can get this thing to start. I really want to get rid of this thing this year, this winter. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, so we'll put the cap on. I got the key on. I choked it. We'll give it some pumps here. I'm pretty sure I replaced the primer bolt too. And I did it without taking the cover off. So that was a pretty decent video on that I did. I did bend this a little more off camera, this handle bit over here, but I don't want to take a chance and go any more with it. So let's see what we get here. Almost wanted to go already, seems. Should give it some more primes since it hasn't ran and the carburetor's dry. I'll take the choke off, maybe. Are still good on this thing. I'm not really sure, but well, I can't get my fingers in between the paddles and the back of the chute here. So they seem to be worn. You can tell they're kind of worn, but that's not going to be my problem. If somebody wants to put paddles on it, they can. But I hope you got something out of this video on how to change that handle there. Yeah, it was funny. I took the choke off and then it wanted to start again. Maybe I pumped it too many times, I don't know. I would just have to tell the new owner if it doesn't start right up with the choke on it, take the choke off. But it seems to run pretty well, you know. So I appreciate all of you watching and your support. And I guess I'll see you all on the next one, and stay safe.